this doesn't exist. But, hopefully people will just go to podcasts and they'll find turning the tables and not namaste bitches. But,
And
I
it's
thought my
doing
dress,
well.
it's doing well. I mean, hello, it's me. But, my dress was very nice. So I wanted to show off my dress.
The dress was nice. The event was nice. What did you think of Margaret and Dolores sitting down and Dolores kind of coming to this realization? Like, she knows that, if someone talks bad about everyone, they talk bad about you also when you're not there. So Dolores knows,
Yes.
but she's kind of given a pass to this Margaret Josephs.
I don't understand. Even Bravo, the producers, you saw they made the whole video of like all of Margaret talking trash. I was like, thank you. Finally, somebody is on my side and can see Margaret talking about everyone. And I don't know why Dolo is still giving her a pass. I don't know.
She gives her a pass. What about Jackie and Margaret? I mean, that when Margaret went out of her way to explain in that scene you weren't there, that, Melissa sent dresses to everyone to wear in the Envy fashion show. Jackie didn't get one. That was mean of Margaret. She knew what she was doing, huh?
That felt like we was in high school and Margaret was trying to start stupid, like petty drama. Like my daughters are more mature than that. I was like, that is so like mean girl energy. I don't like it.
Jackie was not having it.
Jackie was like, why would she say that? I go, just expect that from Margaret. Like, you know what I mean? Don't let it get to you. Namaste, because that is who Margaret is. She's a mean girl.
Did you hear Andy on his radio show? He was talking that, like, yeah, we have to figure this out. Like, he's basically saying we have
Yes.
lots of changes coming.
Yes. There was like it was a call-in, right? And somebody
Yeah.
was talking and he was like, I hear you. We're gonna switch up some stuff. Now, I hope that means, I'm still kept in the loop, but I think a lot of fresh faces need to happen.
Do you think your sister-in-law, who you don't like to mention, is going to be going?
I mean, after that fashion show, I think it's time to go.
She had no men in the fashion show. Remember when we had Frankie Jr. there? I mean, can't we have that
Yes.
again? Jennifer Aydin has her own theory about why there were no men because of the rumor that she was kissing this guy, Nick. But I like seeing the
Yes.
men. Come on, Melissa.
I know. Well, I didn't think that Jennifer needed to bring that up, but I was like, well, good point. There was the rumors, and where there's smoke, there's fire. So
A
I don't
lot
know
of
if that
people were
was,
not happy with her.
yeah, because we like to see, look, the whole audience is women. Obviously, we want to see abs,
We
we
want to
want to
see
see
abs.
sexy faces, we want to see the
Yeah.
shirts off. Like, give us a little twirl. Like, hello, that's what people are there for.
It wasn't my favorite episode, though. I'm going to be honest.
No, I mean, there's just, like I said, a lot of different events. We was just going from event to event and not much happening. Just like a little fight between Margaret and Jackie and Dolores. And Dolores is like Switzerland, really. She doesn't really fight. She fights, but not really.
As we wrap up with you, Teresa, are you excited for this alternate reunion, which is coming up? It's going to be you and Jackie and Jennifer in one room, and Margaret and Melissa and Rachel Fuda and Danielle Cabral in the other room. And apparently, Dolores and Jen Fessler are going to float back and forth. I mean, Teresa, I'm like, I mean, you're like laughing, but this isn't my idea here. I mean, if it was my
No.
idea, I would come up with another one.
Yeah. I thought it'd be fun for Andy to go to each house, do a house visit,
I
get
wanted
the
that
real
one.
stuff. Because even when they're in the two different rooms, they're still not going to be saying like everything they want to say. I don't know. They're not going to, not everyone's going to get their turn to like have a full sit down. And what are we doing? Like, it's like we're in high school. You got to separate these girls so they ain't fighting. Like, I don't know. I think it's childish.
We all know what the other room is going to say about you.
You got right, exactly. This is just going to give them ammo. This is going to give them space. Uh, you know.
I'm sorry to make you laugh, but it's not my favorite idea. I liked Andy in the back of the car, popping bottles, showing up at each house. Yeah, this might take a whole day of filming, but not as long as the reunion. He would go from house to house for 20 minutes and he would be done.
That's what I'm saying. And I would serve the best cheese board. I would have snacks. Louis would make pizza. Like, why don't you come to my house? I'll show you a good time.
Well, your house would have been last. He would have saved the best for
Yes.
last. I mean, obviously.
Yes. My house is the biggest. I don't know if you guys know, but it's the biggest.
It's
They,
big.
when everybody's showing their houses, I'm like, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's got a lot of windows. And then you see my house and it's a mansion. It's beautiful.
You like your house now.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I mean, we got like kids. I got sons. I got dogs. Like I got Rosie, all the dog. Yeah, it's a lot of things.
Well, listen, I hope next week is a little more interesting, Teresa. 2 more weeks, and then this. We're down to the final 3 weeks here.
It happened fast, right? Maybe because this season was kind of just like, I don't know, not that exciting, but we'll keep it. Hopefully, I don't know.
I hope something happens. Well, listen, let's
I hope
bring in
something happens.
Andrea
Yeah.
Lopez. Teresa, it's always a pleasure. And let's welcome Andrea Lopez.
Thanks, David. Thank you.
What'd you think of this week? I was bored,
I was so bored. I was like, are we missing
really
something?
bored.
I do love the events, but they're not like my favorite events are Atlanta OC and RHONJ events. But these Jersey events are just like very family forward. They're very, I mean, the fashion show's fun because it's been happening forever, like so many times. So it's always fun to see a different iteration of it. But I just thought we were just very much watching kind of like a reel of memories from that month.
You need to watch next week. You need to watch the OC. The premiere was so good.
Was it amazing? Okay, I did hear good things.
It was amazing. The second episode was good too. Really good. So where
Wow.
Jersey is heading into a moment of pause,
Yeah.
RHOC is back. It's back.
RHOC is bringing us back in. I just went to watch Weapons Live and Shannon Bedore was on,
I saw
and
that.
she had a lot to say. The whole Alexis, it's messy.
Isn't that sad? Like, I
It
mean,
is so sad. I go, what in she was being very reserved about it. She really was, trying to be respectful, but she was throwing in her little digs. And as a viewer, it was fun to watch, but sad to watch.
and I saw Andy, which I agree with Andy, kind of didn't want to admit it. And then he was like, I'm sorry. I'm just happy that Alexis is back on our
Right.
TVs.
Right.
It's like, there you go. Someone was brought back. I don't know.
I
Maybe they
know.
would try to bring back Kathy. I just don't see it. I just think this whole chapter of New Jersey and all this toxic fighting with families, I just think it's not the direction they're going.
I know. I think it's
And
okay when the girls are fighting with each other, but once the family comes into it, it gets so much deeper and it cuts different. And I don't like that.
And I do think Teresa would literally freak the fuck out if Kathy were back. I mean, then it's almost like this
Right.
isn't fair. This isn't fair. You're
This
getting rid
isn't
of
fair.
Melissa to bring on Kathy, and people don't like this toxic nature. So I just think it's not the direction they're going to go. I just think Kathy, she sells the cannoli, she has the cookbook. Look, it's a